Hello everyone, I'm Master11 and welcome back to Doki within Remastered! Last time we started off the game and we joined a club, Sayori's Club to be more specific, and well, we also have been realizing our own feelings towards Monika, which are, kind of romantic, the tingy romantic stuff. Anyway, in this episode, we're going to be seeing how things go with festival planning with Monika today. So I want to see how this goes. Looking at the clock, I noticed that it's just past 6 now. I don't remember being in the shower for that long. Regardless of that, I know that I still have a good while before Monika gets here. She said she should be around by 10. I'd say it's way too early to be up on a Sunday, but I can't really say anything now, can I? We are texting more than I thought we would. Obviously, the big topic was the festival. It's honestly pretty cute how prepped for it she is. Aside from that, we ended up gushing over, surprisingly enough, synthesizers. Synthesizers, what? I never thought I was the kind of person to be into the electronic side of things, but I'm sure as hell not complaining. I'm still slightly nervous about her coming over. Who am I kidding? I'm nervous as fuck. I mean, you are literally, like, having a girl over, and it's a girl you like, so I mean, why wouldn't you be nervous? I mean, for real. So let me up the volume a little bit of this, just so you guys can hear it properly. Hoping it doesn't get too loud, but something with the world catches my attention. I get up and quickly glance at my phone. 9:48 a.m. I'm going to the door and open it. She did say around 10 a.m. Not exactly on the dot 10 a.m., but she said around 10 a.m. And wow, Monika. Wow. Hey, Austin. Monika beams at me. Hey, Monika. I smell back at her trying hard to contain a blush. She looks stunning. I think I'm ready to compose myself. You coming in? Of course. I'm going to decide to give Monika enough space to enter. What's inside, Monika makes herself cozy on the couch and sets her back down next to her. Before I get the printer, do you want anything to drink? You sure? I'm not making you put up with me. It's really the least I can do. And I'm imagining, if I remember this correctly, she's about to say, you say that like I don't want to be here. Literally called it. I mean, I've played this mod on the channel before. This is just a remastered playthrough, so yeah, but I still remember some specific details about this mod. I still remember certain things, especially certain things that I'm not looking forward to having to censor down the line. Because that's towards the end of the mod, but still, I'm not looking forward to having to censor shit. Anyways, I don't want to be here. Great, I'm so surprised you wanted to help me, but I'm not complaining. She paused for a moment. Besides, not that I'm putting up with you, I do want to be here. Monika's voice trails off rather shyly. It's like she wants to say something, but she's having trouble getting it out. It's fine. Anyways, about that drink, is coffee fine with you? That'd be perfect, thanks. That seems to lift her spirit. I then proceeded to make my way to the kitchen. It isn't too long till I finished up our drinks. As I leave them on the counter, I glance over Monika. She's prepping the files for the pamphlets. I call over to her. Coffee's ready. I'll just get the printer. Thanks, Austin. I quickly rush upstairs. After some digging in my closet, I finally find the relatively dusty machine. I start to dust it off with a dirty towel, all the while hoping the damn thing still works. I haven't had to use it since second year, and even then it didn't see frequent use. I'm certain there's still ink in there from before. As I go to carry the printer downstairs, my ears are introduced to a unusually frustrated Monika. Damn it! I'll leave the printer on my bed and quickly head downstairs. Ugh, someone's frustrated. What's the problem? Problem's more like bloody thing froze on me, then it died. And to top it off, I forgot my charger. Judging by her tone, she's trying to put on a more light-hearted spin on her situation. Her expression, however, tells an entirely different story. Things in my coffee, I thought... Bleh. Can't talk. I almost said a thud, not a thought. Wow. I can't speak, apparently. And I did not mean to increase the volume. I did not mean to increase the audio, Jesus. If you get the files back to my USB, we could easily print them upstairs. Monika giggles. This isn't just some play game in your bedroom, is it, Austin? My face once again goes cock-a-demon red. No, it's not! I thought from Raski's comment the other day about me and Monika making club member. Oh god, that was probably the most embarrassing moment we've ever experienced in the Doki mod. Maybe we've experienced more embarrassing, but I don't know about you guys, but that seems like the most embarrassing way we've experienced thus far in a mod. I don't think I've ever been this embarrassed. Monika bursts into laughter. Oh my god, your face is a picture right now. More teasing. Lovely. I'm only messing with you, you know that, right? I nod. I know. I just never take you for the teasing type. You do. Oh. You do look cute when you're flustered. I mean. Just saying. She said it, not us. What was that? Nothing. Let's just go upstairs. Monika dismisses my question quickly as we make our way up. Is that so? What's in my room? I asked Monika for her USB. She passes it to me and I start to load the file and hook up the printer. Whilst I'm doing all that, Monika sits on my bed simply looking around. Your room is much clearer than I thought it'd be. I do clean pretty regularly, plus it'd be kind of rude not to, because obviously you're coming over. That sounded better in my head. You're very considerate. I sheepishly smile back at her. Also, I've got the file up. It looks really professional, but my section is still blank. My voice trails off. Sorry, I forgot to send something over. You don't have to apologize. If you want, you can quickly type up one of your poems up. Or you can find one online together, no pressure. I give the choice some thought. I decide to grab my notebook out of my bag and flick through the pages. My gaze then fixates on my poem Horizon. That seemed to be received pretty well, so I decided to type that. Once finished, I save the file just in case my computer decides to act up. I look over Monika and our eyes fixate each other for a moment. She suddenly averts her eyes with a noticeable red tint to her face. I can't explain it, but there's this sort of tense feeling when it's just the two of us. It's not a bad feeling at all. It feels more romantic, I suppose. So how many copies are we gonna need? I mean, the main document itself is 6 pages, and there's 24 desks in the club room. She thinks for a bit. That'd mean about 144. I'll just print 150 to be sure. That should be enough. I set the document for printing. It starts quite smoothly. Eventually, however, it soon starts to stall. On instinct, I stop the machine twice. Come on. Another pair of hits. Work, damn it! This is hopeless. Monika sighs deeply. What? I turned to face her genuinely perplexed. Oh? Did I say that out loud? Sorry. We can barely look at each other in the eye for a few minutes. The room is silent, aside from the fans of my computer and the whirring of the printer. Those sounds soon stop and the printer beeps. I look at the small LCD display. Out of ink. Fucking great. Yikes. Just yikes. That's before Monika notices my frustration. Her own expression seems to almost match it. The look in her eyes, however, carries the feeling of everything's going wrong. I get up from my desk. Hey, I'm just gonna get some water. Before I can step out the door, I hear Monika shoot up from my bed and she clings tightly to me, holding her head against my chest. But Monika? I've also noticed Monika's glassy eyes focus on mine. Sorry, I just meant that I've been so stressed about the festival. I just really want to get it right. To my shock, Monika started to cry, but I'm still able to make out her words clearly. She's been working hard over the festival, probably a bit too hard, some would say. I'd hate to see all this work go to waste. It takes me a while, but I soon wrap my arms around her in return. Again, I don't know how she's gonna react to it, but at the same time, it just feels right. Monika's once hastened breathing starts to slow. She emits a short yet comfortable hum as she closes her eyes. Her hugs are warm and slightly relaxing, though I'm not entirely sure if that last part applies more to her than it does to me. I take notice that her shoulders have loosened a bit and her breathing has returned to a steady pace. Do you want to head out front for a bit for some air? Monika pulls away from me, her arms still wrapped loosely around my waist. I think that'd be good for me, thanks. She then unwraps her arms and we head outside. Wow. I mean, hey, gotta give comfort to somebody in this world. I mean, and Monika needs it. I mean, given what's gonna happen later in the mod, I'm just saying. Once we're outside, Monika exhales loudly in relief. You okay? Yeah. She soon sighs. Sorry for freaking out back there. Monika, you don't need to apologize, but I'm just letting the smallest things get to me. Monika looks me deep in the eyes. I really want to get this right. I know you do, but I stop to try to think of how best to word this. It's taking a toll on you, that much is obvious. And honestly, I don't want to see you beat yourself up over things you can't control. There's a bit of silence. You're gonna make the event great regardless of what happens. I promise that. Thanks. There's a bit more silence between us. It sounds full of understanding, and it then pops into my head. How about go to the library and get them printed there? That sounds like a good idea. Monika beams at me. I start to step back inside. Let me get my jacket. I quickly rush upstairs and figure out the first jacket I can find, my usual black pleather jacket. Pleather? You mean leather? Or literally pleather? I'm so surprised at how good of a condition it's in. I fetch my wallet, can't really get this sorted out without my member card. A thought comes in my head, but I instantly suppress it. No, that'd be awkward. This isn't a dip. Austin, you okay up there? When it calls to from downstairs. Yeah. I then head back downstairs. Monika's waiting for me with both a smile and slightly red cheeks. You ready to go? I return her smile. She nods and we head off. Alright, so I guess we're heading out to the library. Maybe we're gonna go on a date with Monika. Maybe. Though the library is a mostly quiet one aside from some small talk. The silence in between those brief moments of conversation isn't as awkward as I'd worried it'd be. To the contrary, it's honestly quite comforting. Out of the corner of my eye, I can notice Monika taking small glances at me, but I don't bring attention to it for the sake of keeping the comforting atmosphere from shifting. We soon make it to the library and enter, searching for the nearest computer, which thankfully doesn't take us long. I take a seat and start logging in whilst Monika takes a seat between me and a nearby window. As I'm preparing the file to print the pamphlets, I realize that I can't remember how many sheets Monika said we'd need. Hey, how many sheets did you say we'd... Well, it always comes to a halt to look over at Monika. She's gazing out the window, seemingly lost in a daydream. This is kind of the start of things getting very interesting. Very interesting. Wait, I didn't get to read that. I fall down her arm and discover that she's resting her hand. Wait. She's resting her hand on my thigh. Without a word or second thought, I gently rest my hand on top of hers and smile gently to myself. After a minute like this, Monika looks back at me and returns my smile, not even noticing that her hands are touching. Maybe she was fully aware of what she was doing? What were you asking again? Not once does that smile leave her radiant face. I just wanted to ask how many sheets we'd need. I kind of forgot. Well, her eyes flick downwards and she finally notices our hands. We retract our hands and look away from each other, blushing profusely. Sorry, I just spaced out. Her delivery doesn't carry the certainty she was trying to give off. Monika, it's fine. Besides, isn't spacing out supposed to be my job? Sometimes I gotta fill in for you in that department. She giggles cutely. Oh, and you said you were printing 150. I nod as I begin the process. Man, already getting off to a lovely start this episode of this mod. This isn't even the first, the World of Dreams mod was a first playthrough. This is, this is just a redo playthrough because the original playthrough, that one it wasn't great quality. It wasn't that great quality. I mean, the mic was all the way, think about it like, with the camera was bigger. I was more zoomed out, I was further away, and the mic was further away. You can hear me less so now. You can definitely hear me not as good now, but the mic was further away. And as I move it closer, the mic was much further away, so the quality's definitely seen some upgrades since that playthrough. I mean, camera, everything. Given the sheer amount of paper needed, the printing process takes a good few minutes. Whilst we wait, both Monika and I make timid, flustered glances at each other. Oh my god, just kiss already. Making glances at each other, just come on. Admit your love for each other already. Before all the pages are printed, I decided to buy a cheap folder to keep them all together. Once we have everything sorted, we make our way back out onto the street. Isn't too long until my stomach rumbles. Maybe I should have had a little bit more for breakfast. Hey, Monika? Yeah? I'm feeling kind of hungry. Do you mind if we find somewhere to eat? Of course I don't mind. In fact, I know a place that's pretty close by. In that case, you lead the way. Oh, wait, don't tell me. Is this it? Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh, I remember. Okay. I just want to point out, I remember this area from the mod. I remember very specifically. This is the point of the mod where Monika nearly confesses, but then is stopped by a couple club members who knock on the window. Yeah. Let me see how this plays out. I mean, I love the music. The music is so good. I love the music. I love the music. I don't care if it's cringe. I'm sorry if you're like cringing behind your screens. I am sorry, okay? I do not care. I could care less. I'm sorry for cringing. Deal with it. Tell me you wouldn't bop your head to this tune. That's a relatively short walk. We found ourselves in a cafe. The place is soft and the atmosphere itself seems quite cozy. Monika sure got a good eye for places like this. We turn ourselves to the booth near the main window of the place. Masking the menu, the prices seem pretty standard. Nothing too cheap, nothing overly expensive. See anything you like? Well, I'll probably get the chicken and white rice. I know I'm basic as hell. Hey, I'm basic as hell. I'd probably get that too. I'd probably get that same meal to be fair. For some reason, that seems to get a chuckle from Monika. Oh, Austin, you're laughing, but basic certainly isn't one of them. Monika gazes out the window, a sly smile forming on her lips. A moment passes in silence, the silence only broken by the sounds of the kitchen and radio. Wait, so this is the radio music, right? The music that we're hearing is radio music, right? I want to I mean, he said the music was like cozy and everything. I'm assuming that this is the cafe music that's playing. The music that you guys are hearing. I'm gonna assume that. Go me to order. Okay. Oh yeah, isn't Monika like pescatarian in the DDLC? Like the mods, even the original game, isn't she pescatarian? Rachel just mentioned that. I mean, I know she mentioned it in World of Dreams, but is it in this mod? I don't remember. I don't remember whether she's pescatarian or not. I'm gonna have to Google that, to be honest. I might have to Google that. I was insistent on paying, telling that she was ready to protest until realizing that I was the only one of us that brought any money. Oof. I mean, hey, I forgot my wallet while driving over to the gas station today, and yeah, I forgot my wallet, so I'm gonna get gas tomorrow. Oof. Crap happens. You don't... As long as you can't pay for something, you forget your money. Happens. It happens all the time. Look in her face suggests she doesn't mind it, though. We return to the booth and begin the wait. The pair start a more lively conversation during the wait. They were going from the festival music to what we'd been up to since the second year. All of us seems like mere nostalgic reminiscing until... You know, Austin, I've missed talking to you like this. Honestly, I have too. Like we've got more coming than I'd realized. Like ships adopt a red haze that fades as quickly as it had appeared. Maybe there's more to it than that. She whispers, but I'm able to hear what she says. I look down and notice that our hands are touching once again. However, upon looking at Monika's gaze meets mine. Unlike when this happened back at the library, she appears fully aware of what she's doing. Monika? Ooh boy. Ooh boy. It's about to happen, guys. It's about to happen. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves mentally for this. Prepare. Her certain tones silence me. My heart is pounding harder than ever before. Her face fills my vision. The one thing I can focus on are her eyes. There's something I've wanted to tell you for a while now. She moves to interlock my fingers with her own. Her touch is warm. Despite the growing blush on her face, her confidence doesn't falter. Is this really happening? It's something I've been holding in for a while. It wasn't until recently that I discovered that it never left me. I slightly tighten my grip on her hand. A smile forms across my lips, merely masking how much I'm internally freaking out. I'm listening. Monika giggles cutely. God, it feels like something out of a cheesy movie. She pauses and averts her gaze, if only for a moment. Well, the truth is that no! The moment was ruined! Yeah. It's ruined. It's ruined. It's ruined. Monika's then suddenly cut short by some knocks on the window, followed by two distinctly familiar voices. No. They had to interrupt it. And yes, it is Natsuki and Sayori who interrupts their, what would you call intimate? I don't even know if you'd call that an intimate moment. I mean, it was kind of intimate, but the brothers looked at the glass and by surprise, Sayori and Natsuki. No. I can't really make out what either of them are saying, but they've clearly started going towards the cafe entrance. On instinct, both Monika and I retract our hands and our eyes avert away from one another's. Uh-oh. Hey, you two. Sarah's the first to come over. She smiles at us both before taking a seat next to me. I knew there's no reason why you went to hell, Monika, Austin. Natsuki comes in soon after and takes a seat next to Monika. You're way too predictable. No, it's not. I'm at a loss for words. What are you two doing here anyways? I tried to do the same thing. Natsuki pouts in frustration. We ran out of some of the ingredients we needed and decided to get them. Then I got hungry. It's good seeing Sarah back to her usual self. Then I passed here and saw you and Monika holding hands. Sarah stops herself as she notices Monika, who hasn't said a word since either of them joined us. You okay, Monika? Yeah, I'm fine. Just gotta use the bathroom one sec. Monika hurriedly gets up and excuses herself before rushing over to the cafe's restroom. From the quick glance I got of her face, she looked utterly embarrassed. My mind replays of what she was saying before she was cut off. She kept on trying to. Oh my god. She was, wasn't she? My voice turns into a grumble as I place my hands over my face in my own embarrassment. The memories of everything that led up to this moment swirl into my head. Fuck, it seems so obvious now. Why didn't I notice it sooner? I really am dense, aren't I? I mean, you said it. You said it, not me. You are dense. Austin? Sarah's voice sends my hand slowly back to the table, but I stay silent. Yeah? Eyes are nervously between Natsuki and Sayori. Whilst Natsuki looks like she's wondering what drugs I'm on. What drugs I'm Sayori gives me a knowing, slightly regretful smile. Almost like she's realized what was going on. Austin? Natsuki's tone reaffirms her confusion. Sayori glances at her, only adding to it. Sorry, what the hell's going on? Sayori stands up and quickly goes over to Natsuki and starts her whispering. Judging by her expression, she seems to be relaying everything about me and Monika. Oh, but her saying it, then me struggling to get it out. That expression shift from ones that say, I knew it, to ones of utter disbelief. After Sayori finishes, she sits back down next to me and Natsuki has a moment before she looks straight at me. Was she really gonna? Or what shows off as I nod, silently confirming what she'd just been told. She sighs. I know I teach you about that, but if I knew that was going on, I'm sorry. Natsuki, it's fine. The blush doesn't leave my cheeks. I had no idea that she started patting me on the back. Hey, if you don't want to make a big deal out of this, that's okay. Natsuki nods in agreement, her eyes still seemingly full of regret. She honestly got nothing to be sorry about. It's not like she was meant to know what Monika was gonna ask. I sure as hell didn't expect it. The tense silence was then broken by Monika coming back to join us. Sorry it took so long. Monika takes his seat next to Natsuki. So sorry, how'd the prep go with Yuriko? Monika's demeanor has completely shifted from when we'd last seen her. It almost feels like she's trying to put aside what happened as to not make this situation awkward. It went great. I promised her I wouldn't spoil anything, but we think you guys are gonna love it. In that case, I look forward to it. As do I. Natsuki opts for a wide tooth grin instead of words. Wow. So wholesome. Sorry, Natsuki didn't stay for much longer. They left not long after mine and Monika's food arrived. My best guess is that they decided to eat somewhere else. Either that, or they thought it'd be best to give us some time alone. Of course, I'm not complaining. More time with Monika is always welcome. That's why food as good as this. So, what's gonna happen now? Oh. God, definitely a little tired. Why can't I spend a little bit longer time than either of us had planned? Again, could complain about spending more time with her, but yeah, she seemed to be more relaxed in the aftermath of her seemingly seeming failed confession. There we go. Got the words out without struggling for once. She didn't bring it up, and for her sake, neither did I. I was waiting for her to come out while she collects her belongings. I'd also handed her the photo with the sheets in, as she said she'd assemble them when she got back. In time, she comes out. Got everything? Yep. Thanks for that. I really enjoyed myself. Aside from a few hiccups, I think we make a good team. There's no worry. If you ever want to have another day like this, you can always... I tell myself at the realization of what I'm saying. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that I enjoyed myself too. Aw, Austin. She then steps closer to me. I'm gonna take you up on that offer. Deciding to seize the moment before she can, I run my hands down Monika's arms and gently squeeze her hands in my own. She giggles at the feeling. I was wondering, I feel Monika's grasp closing tightly yet gently on my hands. After our event's finished, would they spend some time at the festival? Not what I really want to ask, but I guess it'll suffice. Without a second thought, Monika gives my hands another squeeze and gets on her tiptoes. The smile seems brighter than when she's this close. I'd love to. But just in that, Monika takes a step back, presumably trying to avoid her face getting too close. Part of me thinks she wouldn't mind that, though. To be completely honest, I wouldn't mind it either. Guess I'll see you tomorrow? See you tomorrow. After that, Monika starts to walk back home whilst I retreat back into the warmth of mine. I hang my jacket by the door and then slump on the couch. What a bloody day. I sigh to myself, a sigh that's a mix of exhaustion and slightly suppressed excitement. Out of everyone that may have liked me like that, I never would have expected Monika to be one of them. In all fairness, I think part of her might know I like her too. Honestly, I've not been the most subtle with concealing that. Who knows. We'll have more time together at the festival tomorrow. Could something happen between us? Guess I just have to wait and see. We'll indeed have to wait and see, especially for, when things come about. And maybe the festival will be this episode. Maybe it's next episode. Who knows? There we go. Just had to change the settings on the mic a little bit. I screwed it up a little. Monika's bedroom 2 hours later. Ooh, my heart's pounding. Part of me regrets not being able to tell Austin how I truly feel, but at the same time, maybe today wasn't the right time. Maybe I'll tell him after the festival. I really hope it goes well. Well, maybe it will go well. Who knows? Who knows how it'll go? Guess we'll have to find out. It's the day of the festival. I check my phone for the time. 6:21 a.m. 6 a.m. Bruh. 6 a.m. Dog. You up at 6 a.m. Goddamn. All text from Sayori from 2:15 a.m. For Christ's sake, Sayo. Why is that not surprising? Why is that not surprising? Okay, it is later in the day now. I'm recording this later in the evening time. It is nearly 9 o'clock, but ready to finish this mod episode. So, her text basically consists of her asking me to help her carry the cupcakes. Apparently, her Natsuki made a few too many. To be completely honest, I'm surprised we still have cupcakes left. Natsuki's brave, leaving them with her, giving her affinity for midnight snacking. If she did eat any, though, I can't say I'd blame her. As I forced myself out of bed, I decided to scroll through mine and Monika's texts from last night. It really is adorable how she's seemingly looking forward to spending time with me rather than the festival. After stretching, I begin my morning routine. Alright. Once I'm in the kitchen, I check my phone for the time. It's only gone 7, so I have enough time to have a quick breakfast before I go help Sayori. One of these days I'll have time to actually cook something for breakfast. While I'm eating my cereal, I can't help but be a little nervous about the festival. Sure, when I was just going around the festival in the first 2 school years, it was kind of fun. But back then, I wasn't part of an event. Just gotta keep my nerves in check. True. Just keep your nerves in check and you'll be good. And you also changed my strip lights because the back half of this episode, my strip lights were not the right color. I had to change the color now. Change the color for the mood of the video. This is the mod. It's Doki within, so I had to have the green for Monika, the blue for chill and whatnot. So, can't change the colors because I forgot to in the nearly 30-minute second. It's not long until I found myself outside Sayori's house. I then sent her a text letting her know that I was ready, but that was almost 10 minutes ago. Like many times before I let myself inside. Since we've known each other for so long, we made it a habit of coming and going from each other's homes like we were family. This is just like the original game where we think that Sayori's in trouble. It's just the original game where Sayori's hanging herself, but in this mod, where Sayori is, no. She's chilling. She's chilling. She's swinging on a rope from the ceiling. She's doing, that rope where you grab onto it, you swing, and then jump onto another rope, or it's like a jump rope. Yeah, the rope where it's like a swing, and then you swing on the rope, and you jump to another rope. Yeah, you guys get what I mean, right? Right? You swing from the rope and jump to another rope. Totally not hang from rope. No, it's not hanging. It's jumping from. It's jump rope. It's the original game. She's doing jump rope, except for she's not jumping with the rope. Okay, enough of me freaking making this more family friendly, just so YouTube doesn't go crazy on me. But let me stop on this topic. I give it a minute or two before I knock again. Sayori, wake up, dummy. Still nothing. I got to going in and waking her up. Isn't that something a boyfriend would do? Regardless, it just feels right. I grab the handle tightly and sigh. I can't believe I'm doing this. I gently open the door. Sayo. Austin, what are you? Shit, sorry, Sayori. As soon as I opened the door, Sayori hastily put her pajama top back on before I saw anything. Get out! Okay, get out, you pervert! I quickly closed the door and put my back against the wall. Wonderful way to start my day. I tucked her through the door. Should I wait outside? Yeah, you should. Jesus, what are you gonna be like with Monika? I feel my blood rush to my face with that comment before I silently go outside. Oh my god. Knowing from outside, I'm joined by Sarah, who's struggling to carry 4 densely packed containers of cupcakes. Oh my god, she hands me 2 of them. There are many words between us. Sorry for earlier. Yeah, sure. So he gives me a stern look. From now on, if you want to come in my room, you knock. Got it? But I did. You just didn't. Got it? Got it. I relent. It's not too long until I burst into laughter. Oh my god, Austin, you're way too easy to fluster. I'd brush that assertion off, but it's true. Come on, let's just go. With one more round of laughter from Sarah, we head off for school. Wow. Just wow. Once we're coming up to the school gates, we bump into a familiar face. Hey, you two, it's nice to see you a bit early. Monika greets us both with a smile. Hey, Monika, you excited for the festival? Seems Sayori's opting to avoid mentioning our little incident. Thank fuck for that. Honestly, I didn't sleep well last night because it was on my mind. Haha. Hope this coffee kicks in soon. Monika probably holds up a coffee cup before heading back inside. Sayori and I follow suit. Wow. Once we get inside the club room, Sayori takes her 2 containers and heads to the front desk. I respond a nearby desk whilst Monika makes her way up to me. Hey, I got the pamphlets assembled last night. Want to check them out? Of course. Monika probably takes one of the assembled pamphlets and hands it to me. As I flick through the pages, I marvel how professional everything looks. The design is crisp and clear, and everyone's poems are displayed neatly. These look amazing, Monika. Thanks, Austin. She smiles dreamily at me before looking away slightly. She seems to be deep in thought about something. Her eyes then lock back onto mine. She lowers her voice in an attempt to not catch Sayuri's attention. You still up for spending time with me after the event? Wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, me neither. Why are we whispering? Just festival stuff. I mean, she was kind of telling the truth. I mean, true. I mean, we were talking festivities, but at the same time, we were also talking other things. And also, I meant to move my chair backwards, and now it's just leaning back, and I feel like I'm gonna fall over. Uh-oh. I think I'm just gonna continue the episode like this, guys. Just continue the episode like this for the rest of this episode of Doki Doki Within. So. There we go. This one gets through his face hints that she's aware of our plan. That's not so now. There seems to be welcome to Monika and I spending more time together. Well, at least she's welcome to it. At least she's welcome to the change. I'm probably gonna be like at the side or nearly outside the camera view. Of course, I don't know if that's something she's always been up for, or she still feels bad about what happened at the cafe. That's actually a good point. That's actually a solid point. That's actually a solid point. Given that sorry, it's more than likely the former. Fair enough. Fair enough. Both girls soon go off to start setting out the pamphlets and cupcakes on the desks. Yeah, I have it on auto, so I mean you probably saw I put it on auto. There's still some stray cupcakes on the front desk. Are there now? Don't tell me Sarah's gonna munch on all of them. Maybe I could. Fucking Natsuki's not here yet. And she made it. Right at the nick of time. I reached my hand out and smack. Ow! What the fuck? Well, not yet, anyways. Not a chance in the world, fucko. Are the Nanatsuki smacked? Here, let me turn it off, auto. I didn't even hear her enter the room. Oh, well, I guess I deserve that. Morning to you too, nah. Do I need to smack your face too? Nah, I don't think so. Good. So I deserve the right to, though. Looks like she's in a good mood, so I can't really complain. Yuri giggles gently from across the room. I look over to her as she's setting her belongings on the table. Morning, Yuri. Good morning to you too, Austin. How's your hand doing? Yuri must have noticed I'm still rubbing my right hand. It still stings, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Just how hard did... Excuse me. Just how hard did Natsuki slap me? My attention is then drawn to the items that now decorate Yuri's desk. There's assorted candles, an essential oil diffuser, and taking up the two desks next to her, a large folded banner. Oh, damn, Yuri. You really went all out for this. Yuri smiles dreamily to herself, acknowledging my compliment with a polite nod. I wouldn't do less for an occasion such as this, especially ones run by my friends. Whilst I'm still a little nervous for the recital itself, I'm confident enough the rest of you will make the event special. I wouldn't undermine yourself like that. You'll be fine, Yuri, I promise. I hope you're right. I buzzed Yuri's shoulder to reassure her, causing her to hide her face behind both her lavender hair and a veil of crimson. Sensing the impending awkwardness of the situation, I changed the topic. So, can I help you hang the banner up? Of course, Austin. Let me just get a stool. Yuri goes up towards the supply closet, or we know it, Natsuki's dungeon. It's wonderful seeing everyone this active for the festival. It sure is. And you know what, let me up the volume just a tad. I don't want to make it too loud compared to my own audio. No, I don't want to make it too loud. It took a bit of teamwork to sort the banner, but eventually the club room's all set for the festival. Personally, I think we've outdone ourselves. Some people probably say we've gone overboard for a literature event, but I think it just shows our dedication to the club. Also, everyone, this looks better than I could have imagined. I can thank each of you enough. I know it wants to be something special. We all do. I don't believe I've been this confident in myself for a while. If anything, doing all this for the club is me giving back a little something for your efforts. I know I've been a bit of a pain in the ass about all this, but I really want the club to succeed too, you know? Plus, we're all in this together. We've got this. With our enthusiasm at its highest peak, we prepare for the start of our event. I can't wait. And I believe it cuts to... Yep, the festival was hell. Oof. That sucks. A highly awkward, tense silence fills the club room. To say our event was a disaster would be an understatement, but it wasn't any fault of our own. Some of those students... My head just hurts thinking about it. Of course, Natsuki's cupcakes went down a tree, but that doesn't excuse the dickish behavior and attitudes of some of the students we had the misfortune of visiting us. Poor Yuri ended up leaving earlier than anyone expected. Maybe being concerned, I went to check on her. She'd hidden herself by the stairwell near the roof and was having a panic attack. I stayed to help her through it. It wouldn't have been right for me to leave her in that state. By the time we'd gotten back, things hadn't gotten much better. After the last group had left, Monika took it upon herself to cancel the event. To say she was devastated would only be sugarcoating it. I feel like I should apologize for what happened. There was an instant response, but aside from a few suppressed sniffles from Yuri. Sarah's looking out the window, Natsuki's trying to comfort Yuri. I'm just sitting at a desk with my head in my hands, trying desperately to forget about the events that had transpired. I guess I just... Monika fell silent, tears starting to slowly form in her eyes. Monika, you don't have to apologize for anything. Sarah speaks up with a noticeable quiver in delivery. I decide to speak up. Sayori's right. None of us could have predicted what was going to happen. Even as I speak, I feel unsure of what I'm saying. Monika looks straight at me. Excuse me a minute. Monika turns on her heel and practically storms out of the room. Through the sounds in the clubroom, we can all hear Monika's echoing footsteps and the fading sounds of her starting to cry. None of us can think of anything to say. Oh, I'll be right back. Austin? I'm sorry, I paused, giving me enough time to clarify my thoughts. Remembering how Monika was when something as small as a printer malfunction happened, God only knows what she's gonna be like now. I gotta make sure Monika's okay. Before Sarah can say anything else, I rush out of the door. Screw what ideas any of them get. I can just leave her on her own when she's like that. Yeah, that's very true. I try to call out to her, in vain, being greeted by the sounds of my voice echoing through the empty corridors. I press on, getting progressively faster as I reach the familiar stairwell. If there's one place Monika could retreat to, it'd be the roof. Once I open the door, I can spot Monika in the corner of my eye. She's hunched over on the bench where we've been sitting together recently, sobbing fairly loudly. Her crying on Sunday was one thing. This is something else. After taking a deep breath, I walk over and sit down next to her. She slightly tilts her head to acknowledge my presence, but she remains partially silent. Feeling as it would be the right thing to do, I rest my arm over her shoulder. Austin? Monika, I can't say enough how sorry I'm about what happened at our event. We've got nothing to apologize for. Besides, this runs deeper than just the event for me. I don't understand. It's been like this for years. I don't understand why myself, but I've accepted how things are. I've accepted how things are? Just what's she on about? Unless trying to tell me something. Monika's eyes pierce mine, her tears more pronounced than before. Despite them being the same beautiful green eyes I've come to know, the look she's giving me is one that seems almost alien to me. They're no longer the radiant eyes of a dedicated, high-achieving school idol. They now resemble the eyes of a broken girl who just wants to be understood. Again, nothing then that I would have ever expected from Monika. Can I trust you, Austin? Of course. The way she asks that worries me. Monika raises to her feet, wiping her eyes with her sleeve as she does so. Ever since I was younger, my dad would always push me to excel at everything. Normally, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm sure most parents want their child to do the best they can. But when my grades started to slightly slump in grade school, he started to act out. Like, you can only be called stupid and failure so many times until you kind of start to believe it. But you're, like, the furthest thing from stupid. I was stupid because I thought things would get better, that things would change. The only thing that changed was how bad the pressure from not just my dad, but from school as a whole. Monika stops, slowly choking on her words. She takes a moment to collect herself. Do you remember the first moment I ever shared with you? Monika's solemn, yet still vibrant eyes stare into my own. It almost feels like she's trying to look beyond my eyes and into my heart. I nod slowly on Monika's sides, not moving her gaze one bit. Well, it was about me. Like, I used to be able to tolerate being placed on the pedestal because of how well off I seemed. But now, her voice chokes slightly. I fucking hate it. She turns away from me and takes a few steps forward. Even though I can't see her face, I can tell she's looking beyond the horizon of the nearby city. Looking beyond the roof's wire fence as if she's seeking something. I hear her sigh. You know, Austin, halfway through the second year I was gonna jump off the roof. Just because I couldn't take it anymore. That's how bad it got. Monika looks right at me with glassy eyes. I'm speechless. Whatever I may have expected Monika to tell me, anything relating to suicidal thoughts never crossed my mind. She inches a little closer towards me. You're the first person I've ever told that part to. Why? My voice comes off as a shaky whisper. Monika averts her eyes in response. Why me of all people? What about the rest of the club? The rest of the club have their own issues that they've trusted me with. To have me burden them with what's basically nothing but petty shit compared to what any of them are going through? That would be selfish. No, it wouldn't. They're your friends, Monika. Aside from Sayori, I don't know anything about what any of the others are going through. But I know this. If they couldn't trust you, I doubt they'd tell you what was going on. Monika's eyes don't meet mine. She really shrinks into herself more. It's not selfish or burdening them with anything. They would care, Monika. Monika remains silent for a few moments. She then returns to the bench and sits on the verge of crying once more. Why'd you come up here, Austin? Because I love you. That was very sudden. That was very sudden. I spoke without thinking. How could I let that slip at a time like this? Monica stammered a sound affirms my dread that she had, in fact, heard what I just inadvertently confessed. I came up because I was worried about you. After yesterday, I was panicking about what you'd be like if the event went wrong, and I just wanted to make sure you were okay. I took slowly in my own words. There's no way in hell she's gonna fall for that excuse. Maybe I'd be better off just shutting my mouth. To my surprise, Monica squeezed my hand and shuffles closer to me. Monica? You're like the first guy I've ever met that actually listens to me. That takes my problems seriously, and she pauses for a moment. You let me be me. Tears well up in Monica's eyes again, but this time they're accompanied by a smile. God, how I've missed that smile. I squeezed Monica's hand in return. There's been something I've wanted to tell you. For a while now. Her smile doesn't leave her face. Oh, yeah, the exact same lines. The look in her eyes makes it known that she's realized I'm using the words she spoke to me at the cafe. Well, the truth is that I love you, Austin. Monica finishes my sentence. I tried to understand it so many times. Believe me, I wanted to tell you a long time ago, but I couldn't understand my own feelings. It sounds crazy. But before I met you, I felt like a piece of me was missing. Monica moves her hand from mine up to my cheek. It wasn't until I met you that I figured out what that piece was. To say I'm stunned would be an understatement. I only just figured out that Monica liked me that way. I had no idea that her affection for me ran this deep. But Monica, I'm barely able to get my words out. However, I'm soon able to regain myself and pull her into a tight embrace. Oh yeah, baby. That's the thumbnail right there. Oh, so God. It's so good, dude. It's so good. It's so good. And there's the thumbnail shot. I love you too, Monica. That's the only thought of mine I can put into words. It's like compared to what I would just put out of her mouth, but how could I possibly compare to that? I can't put into words how deeply I care about you. Monica hums gently. Say, how long have you been into me? Oh, some question takes me a little off guard, but I can be honest with her. Since second year. You always been an English class worth going through. She giggles softly. And you? To be honest, she ponders. Around 2 months after we met. Maybe a month and a half. How she managed to be this adorable, even after her assaults from earlier? We stay in each other's arms for a few more moments. I don't even want to leave the screen because of the music. I don't even want to leave the screen because of the music alone. The music is so good. It's so good. Dude, these scenes, they're so good. The design, everything, it's so good. Just the music it slaps. Wait. Okay, I was gonna say. The music is looping. It feels like the world around us is frozen in place, allowing us to both take in this moment. The slowly blustery winds don't faze us. The distant sounds of the city are closed by the thumping sounds of my heart. There are many words between us, but it doesn't matter in the slightest. This blissful silence is what we needed. It feels like an eternity before I speak again. I think we should start getting back before the others come looking for us. I know. If I could spend the rest of the day up here with you, I wouldn't mind that one bit. Me neither. I feel Monica burrow her head deeper into my shoulder. Neither of us want this moment to end, but of course the Roses Club's waiting for us. We release each other smiling brightly, so I guess that makes us a couple now? Monica nods. I wouldn't want it any other way. We won't tell the others. She thinks for a bit. I think the club's had enough shock for one day. Could we maybe keep it between us for the time being? Given everything that's happened today, I understand her request. I take her hand firmly in mine and squeeze it. We can go whatever pace you want, Monica. Thank you. Hand in hand, we then walk back down into the corridor. I have to let's play out. I have to. I'll even up the volume. I have to let this play for a second. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I just can't, man. Dude, I just can't with this music, dog. I just can't with this music. It's so good. The music for this mod, it's just, chef's kiss. So good. The music for this mod, seriously, it's amazing. Alright. Well, I guess that's that. We confessed our feelings for Monica. Wow. And we're what, like 45 minutes nearly into this episode? Just wow. Or maybe we are 45 minutes. I don't even know. Because this recording 7 is taking place later in the day. It's Taco Tuesday and went to a restaurant, came back home. So I don't even know at this point. I don't even know at this point what the length of the video is. Like, what, literally 45 minutes? About? Maybe over? I don't know, man. The walk towards the club room carries a loving silence. Luckily for us, we didn't bump into many students during our walk. The ones we did walk past, though, didn't seem to notice us, being more focused on the school's festivities. Before we reach the clubroom door, Monika lets go of my hand and glances through the door's glass pane. How's everyone in there? Sarah's pacing around the room, Yuri's reading, and Natsuki's asleep. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. She starts to like her usual self again. After all tears, it's a welcome return. You want to head in? After you, Austin. I then open the door and let us in. Monika's earlier observation had proven to be correct. Judging by the lack of decorations, it seems that they had been quite busy. That definitely goes so much to explain Natsuki's little snooze. As soon as the door closes, Sari looks in Monika's direction and walks over. Austin, Monika? There's noticeable concern in Sari's voice. We weren't gone too long, were we? You two were gone for like 20 minutes. What happened? Guess that answers my question. I go to answer, but Monika beats me to it. I go for a moment and stormed off. When Austin found me, I was crying. Monika then looks over at me, smiling sincerely. We talked it over, and I guess I took it too personally. It's nothing, really. You just need someone to talk to, and I'm just glad I could be there for you. I felt the smile on my face. Could you guys keep it down? Natsuki yawns from her desk. Man, that nearly made me like actually yawn. That nearly made me like actually yawn. Man, maybe I'm the one who's tired. Monika goes over to her, presumably to wake her up. Noticing Monika's return, Yuri comes up to Sayori and I. You were gone for a while. What would have considered you'd both ditched us and gone home? Where would that idea even come from? Judging by the look on Sayori's face, it seems as if the same thought might have crossed her mind too. No, Yuri. I found her on the roof and I just felt right to comfort her, I suppose. I need to keep my promise to Monika. Sayori gives me an earnest smile. Yuri does the same, but looks to the side as she does so. My, that sounds awfully romantic. If only she knew. All I do is nervously laugh off that comment as I scratch the back of my neck. If things had played out a bit differently, maybe Monika would have wanted to tell the rest of the club straight away. Maybe not. What do I know? As she said, the clubs had no surprises for one day. I'll talk to her about it later. Natsuki and Monika eventually rejoin us. Natsuki herself looks like she needs energy drink just to fully wake her up. No, another festival wasn't what we were hoping for, but I think I've come up with something that'll make it up to you. The other girls look at Monika with expectant eyes. I know this nice little place in town. You know what I'm on about. Monika looks towards Sayori and Natsuki. The spark in their eyes let both her and I know that they remember the cafe. It looks a little lost though. Trust me, you're gonna love it. I'm sure I will, Natsuki. That said, just wait outside the school gates for me. I'll be right with you. Just gotta lock up first. The girls then go their separate ways to collect their stuff. Seizing the moment, I quickly go over to Monika. Hey. We both keep our voices low to not get anyone else's attention. You sure about going to the cafe? Of course. I think we all deserve to relax after today. I get that, don't worry. We smile in silence for a minute or two. When we get more time alone again, I promise I'll make it up to you. You really give me a reason to smile today, Austin. This is something I'm gonna have to get used to, isn't it? I gently give her hand a slight squeeze. I'll see you outside in a bit. I quickly collect my bag and follow Sari out the door. She has given me a sly look as if she knows something's going on between Monika and I. I really wish I could tell Sari, but when Monika's ready to go public, until Monika's ready to go public, these lips will remain sealed. Yeah, that's fair enough. Just, the cafe again, dude. The music is so good. For this mod, it's so freaking good. But, I mean, I know I've asked in previous, like, Doki Doki videos, like, what mods would you guys recommend for me to play on the channel? But, like, seriously, what is your guys' favorite mod? Like, I'm very curious. Let me know in the comment section down below. What is your guys' favorite Doki Doki mod? Like, what is your favorite DDLC mod that you've either played or watched someone play through? If you watch my playthrough, then let me know. I'd be happy to know you guys actually watch my videos. You guys watch my playthroughs. But yeah, just let me know. What is your favorite Doki Doki mod? Let me know. I'm very curious. Going to the cafe was a long and relatively quiet one. Monika and I mostly trailed behind the others, occasionally getting a hold in each other's hands. I can honestly say that Sari, Natsuki, and Yuri weren't with us, so we might have been a bit more confident showing our affection. But that's something that can always happen another day, alright? As soon as we got in the cafe, Monika excused herself from the rest of the group as she needed to use the bathroom. As the rest of us sit down and get comfy, I found myself stuck in a daydream. I didn't think this day could get any crazier than the event, but thankfully I was wrong. It's probably gonna take some time for it to actually cement itself in my head that Monika is my girlfriend. So, about you and Monika, Austin. Okay, Stammers is knocking me out of my dreamland. Huh? When's the wedding? Just that with a mix of snark and sass that only Natsuki can pull off. My eyes widen. I ship it. You're now in agreement. I'm at a loss for words. Was it that obvious? That's the only response I can give. Natsuki chuckles. Bitch, you've been probably drooling over her since you joined the club. Surely it's not as bad as Natsuki's making it out to be. I don't even have time to respond to as Yuri starts talking. To be honest, I've been noticing how close you two get in most meetings. In English class as well, Monika and I tend to talk. Mostly about classwork and club, but she does talk about you a fair bit as well. Personally speaking, I get the impression that she truly cares about you. Yuri smiles gently. What's my feeling about that, though? I can't help but blush as my head falls against the table. Seriously, you two need to get together already. The suspense is killing me. Look, nah, I think after today, Monika doesn't need the extra stress. None of us do. The look in her eye tells me she doesn't like being called nah. If we were still in school, that would have been one swift jab in the gut for me. Thankfully for me, it seems adequate that she'd rather avoid that scenario. Not to mention I'm not particularly in the mood for a smacked face right now. Look, you can ask her out or not. I smirk. I'd prefer to keep you in suspense. It's my turn to be a smart arse. Damn you! Our little exchange seems to live and story in Yuri's spirits a little. At the corner of my eye, I see Monika making her longer than expected return to the group. There you are. I smile at her and she smiles back as she takes her seat next to me. Sorry it took so long. I just need a moment to myself. As Monika sits down next to me, I notice some slight wet patches under her eyes. It's clear that she's been crying again. Judging by the looks on the face of the other girls, they've noticed it as well, though they don't say anything. Either for Monika's sake or just to not make the situation uncomfortable, I'm still unsure. The whole time at the cafe seems to, as Monika had hoped, help everyone relax a bit. However, whenever the other three were distracted, Monika would entwine her fingers with mine and give me a small but still very loving smile. I remember her saying that I'd given her a reason to smile today. Well, let's just say the feeling is very much mutual. Well, that's a good thing that it's mutual. Eventually, we left the cafe. Natsuki and Yuri went their separate ways, and I ended up walking home with Sayori and Monika. We soon find ourselves outside Sayori's house. I shall see you tomorrow. See ya, Sayo. Have a good evening. Sayori moves towards her house and heads inside, leaving Monika and I all alone as we make this short trip to mine. I grips my hands with the same loving firmness as earlier and looks deep into my eyes. Thanks for today. It's so surreal to me that we're a couple now. I just hope it'll be worth the wait. She chuckles nervously. I move my hands from hers and wrap my arms around her waist, pulling her closer. You're already worth more than I thought I deserved, Monika. My words helped that gorgeous smile of hers return. She also wraps her arms around my waist. We remain lost in each other's eyes for a while until she speaks up again. I want to try to see how the rest of the week goes for us. Maybe on Friday we could possibly go public? In that case, do you want to eat lunch on the roof tomorrow? Monika giggled softly and her eyes moved to the side. Her eyes meet mine again just as quickly. I'd love that. The more time I get to spend with you, the better, Austin. We don't pull each other into a tight embrace. Your looks are so warm. I feel as if I heard this before. So are yours. We remain like this for a few minutes. I know you'll probably get tired of me saying this, but I love you. Don't be silly, Austin. I love you too. We soon release each other. I'll text you when I get home. Get home safely. I will. Monika then starts walking home and I let myself inside. Unfortunately, the door I collapsed on the couch with a stupid grin on my face. Never in a million years I ever expected to be with Monika. Guess I kind of count on her being a friend, but you can never truly tell how people feel inside. I learned that myself a long time ago. My phone then vibrates and I quickly fetch it out of my pocket. A text from Mom? I quickly swipe my screen to read it. It's just a text saying that she should be back a bit earlier tonight. I think to myself, I know Monika said she wanted to wait for a bit before being more public, but I should be alright to tell my mom, right? After barely a second of pondering, I take my phone out of my pocket and decide to call her. Oh hey, Austin. Hi, I just got your text. How'd the festival go? The question I was kind of dreading. That would be great if Monika hadn't been there to brighten my day. I sigh lightly. Well, it didn't go exactly as planned, but at least something got me smiling. Oh? Her inquisitive yet gentle tones make me feel a little more at ease with telling her. Well, I got a girlfriend. Oh, congrats. What's her name? Monika, she's the present literature club I told you about. Wow. Tell me when you get back. That's gonna be one interesting talk tonight. Yeah, it will be. That will be one interesting talk with your mother, MC. I mean, technically we're the MC, but I mean, of course we're the one playing the freaking video game. But you guys get it. I'm sure you guys get it. Monika's bedroom later that night. Oh, so we get Monika's perspective too. With one final text, both Austin and I wish each other a good night. I collapsed on my bed, holding my phone against my chest. I haven't been this happy in so long. Much like yesterday, Mom noticed my cheer. Of course, I told her about Austin. I didn't tell her about the festival until Dad came back and asked about it. I did tell him about Austin. He didn't seem to react much. I suppose it's better than what he usually says to me. I shouldn't have to lie to either of them about the festival going well. If Dad wasn't here, I could confide in Mom about it. Maybe one day I will. At least Austin's already made my week better. I can sleep easy knowing that. Damn. It's just sad knowing that Monika's life is rough. It's finally Friday. Oh, it's finally... Oh, they're gonna announce the relationship, huh? As for me and Monika getting together, it's been a fairly standard week. In all fairness, the hardest part for either of us was not letting our relationship out during the club. We have a habit of saving all the lovey-dovey stuff for texts, the occasional calls on the school rooftop. There's been times where we've almost kissed, but it hasn't actually happened yet. We're a new couple, so obviously there's gonna be way before that happens. We're not carried on some high school as a rushed fanfiction after all. I mean, that's pretty ironic, given what we're playing. That's pretty ironic. As far as the close, her seems to be keeping her eyes on both of us in a way that makes me think she's planning something. Because that's plain to as always, not to get over is double down on her teasing. Honestly, there's been times where I've been this close to letting our secret slip. How I've been able to hold it in all this time amazes even me. I get in my morning routine not long after waking up. As I wash in the shower, I think back to Monika. I don't think I smelled this much in a while. If anything, I should probably thank her for that. Eventually, I decide to get out before my skin gets too wrinkled. As I'm waiting for my toast, my phone starts to ring. To my delight, it's Monika. I almost immediately gotta make sure my toast doesn't burn like yesterday. Morning, love. Morning to you too. You sleep well? Honestly, yeah. I've been getting better sleep these past few days. Same here. We both share a bit of laughter as I take a few bites from my breakfast. Say, I was thinking, if I leave mine now, I should have enough time to get to yours and still get to school on time. Would you want to walk to school together? I'd always humored that idea, but I was still a little nervous to actually ask her. Though saying that reminds me. Oh? What happened to let's keep between us two, eh? My giggles through the phone. Well, it's something thinking, and maybe I wouldn't mind trying to be more open about it. I find myself smiling even more than I already was. I mean, I was just teasing, but if you really want to, I'm more than happy with that. Thanks, Dawson. Also, I'd love to walk with you. I'll be there soon. In a bit. Love you. Love you too. She hangs up. I decide to wait outside for her. And well, before we take our walk with Monika, just shy 15 minutes later, from the corner of my eye, I see Monika coming up the street. I smile and wave at her. She smiles back and quickens her pace. Told you I'd make it. She seems a tad out of breath. She didn't run here, did she? Never doubted you on that. Monika steps a bit closer and we quickly hug each other. So ready to go? Of course. I just gotta call Sarah first. She's usually out by now. I pull my phone and dial her. Yeah. Oh. Hang on a minute. What do you mean you can't find your uniform? Monika chuckles. Even for Sayori, this is new. Okay, hope you'll catch up. See ya, Sayo. Hang up and look back to Monika. Sorry about that. No, you don't need to apologize. It's just Sayori being Sayori. Monika then gently grabs a hold of my hand, once again locking her fingers with mine. Besides, it does mean a bit more time alone. This girl really knows how to make me smile. I squeeze her in gently. Let's go. The brothers then start to walk to school hand in hand. Alright. And there was many students during the walk up that noticed us together. The few times that did either seem to have one of two reactions. Either an attitude of, okay, or seeming shock. More likely because Monika's with someone like me. We've actually come up by a small convenience store. Okay. I'll be right back. And you know what? I'll keep this in. I'm gonna wait to end though. I'm gonna wait to end off the episode. I leave it outside. Monika goes to get her drinks. After a few minutes, I start to hear a familiar voice calling out to me, accompanied by the quickly approaching sounds of footsteps. I mean, that could only be. Story takes a couple and wants to catch her breath. Kind of admirable that she ran up here. And again, if there's a store or food involved, that girl's determination shoots through the roof. I told you I didn't make the cut for the track team. I chuckle mostly to myself. Hey, you said it, not me. Before Sayori could say anything, Monika comes out of the store, coffee cups in hand. Hey, love, sorry I took so long. I've been the Kaho and Sayori. Monika knew that Sayori was going to try catch up with us, but I doubt she knew she'd be this quick. Sayori's cheeks go a slight tinge of red as she smiles to the side. I knew it. After hearing those words, both Monika and I go silent as we get closer to each other. I guess we're going to have to tell her at some point. It's not even been a week, but yeah. Remember when Austin went to check on me? Well, he kinda let slip that he loved me. And as I was gonna tell him on Sunday, I decided it was the right time to say it. Monika then squeezes my hand as she smiles at Sayori. Sayori smiles back at us. That's since I took so long on Monday. That's really sweet. Sayori started to tear up. Come here, Sayo. I pulled her into a quick hug. Admittedly, I want to cry as well. Moments like this between Sarah and I were always sweet to me. And we should probably head off now. Off we go. And finish the rest of the walk with my best friend and my beautiful girlfriend. Alright. Well, I think that is where we'll end this episode off. The bell's still going off. I'm kind of waiting for the bell to stop ringing from the game. Okay, there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this one on Doki Within Remastered. Next, I was seeing how our things go with our relationship with Monika, talking to the club about it, and just seeing how things go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more of this on the channel and other games. Click on that bell, turn on your post notifications by clicking all, so that you're notified whenever I post a video. So that you've my content. See you guys next time at Doki Within Remastered as we continue onwards, and I'll see you all in another video in general. Peace out.